The sun was dipping low over the quiet suburban road when Ella's old sedan sputtered, coughed, and came to a stop. She hit the steering wheel gently, sighing. "Not again," she muttered. Her daughter, Lila, sat in the back seat, clutching her teddy bear. "Mommy, are we stuck again?" she asked softly. Ella forced a smile. "Just for a little bit, sweetheart." She stepped out, checked under the hood, and was instantly reminded why she became a teacher and not a mechanic. She had no idea what she was looking at. Traffic passed slowly. A few people honked, and then a sleek black car stopped beside her. The window rolled down, revealing a tall man in a dark suit. His voice was deep, calm, but commanding. "Car trouble." Ella turned, a little startled. "Yes, but it's fine. I'll call someone." The man stepped out before she could argue. He removed his jacket, rolled up his sleeves, and walked the car with a quiet confidence. "I used to fix cars before I ran companies," he said with a small smirk. "Pop the hood." She hesitated, but his tone was kind, not arrogant. Within minutes, he had tools from his car and was working deftly, his fingers skilled and sure. Lila peeked out the window, fascinated. "Mommy, he's fixing our car," she whispered. Ella nodded, a mixture of gratitude and curiosity in her eyes. "Yes, he is." After about 10 minutes, the car roared back to life. The man stood up, wiping his hands on a handkerchief. "All set. Your alternator's weak, but it'll get you home." Ella smiled, relief washing over her face. "Thank you so much. Really, I don't know how to repay you." He waved it off. "No need. Just drive safely." She offered her hand. "I'm Ella. This is my daughter, Lila." He hesitated for a second before shaking it. "Daniel." Then he got back into his car and drove away before she could even ask for his last name. That night, Lila couldn't stop talking about the handsome car doctor. Ella laughed softly, unaware that this small act of kindness would circle back into their lives in the most unexpected way. A week later, Ella was late to an important school meeting. Her principal had arranged a fundraiser dinner for potential donors to save the small-town school from closing due to lack of funding. She hurried inside, wearing her simplest black dress, trying not to feel out of place among the suits and pearls. Lila was with her, holding her hand tightly. The hall shimmered with chandeliers, laughter, and polished shoes. Ella guided Lila to a corner table, planning to stay quiet and unnoticed. Then, across the room, a familiar face caught her eye. Daniel. He looked different, more polished, more powerful. People surrounded him, shaking his hand, laughing at his words. The name tag on his chest read, Daniel Hart, CEO, Hart Industries. Ella froze. "Oh, no," she murmured. "What is it, Mommy?" Lila asked. Before Ella could respond, Lila's little voice rang out, clear, innocent, and far too loud. "Mommy, that's the man who fixed our car." Every head turned. Daniel's too. He looked at the child first, her big brown eyes, her curls, the teddy bear in her arms. And then at Ella. Recognition flickered instantly in his eyes. A slow smile touched his lips as he excused himself and walked toward them. Ella's cheeks burned. "Lila, sweetheart." But Daniel was already there, his calm gaze resting on both of them. "Well," he said with gentle smile, "I didn't expect to meet my roadside friends here." Ella stood awkwardly. "Mr. Hart, I didn't realize you were that Daniel. CEO by day, car mechanic by destiny, apparently," he joked softly. Then, noticing her discomfort, his tone grew warm. "It's good to see you again, Ella." Lila grinned. "You fixed Mommy's car. You're a superhero." Daniel chuckled. "I'll take that title." Ella couldn't help but smile, too. His presence was magnetic, but gentle. The way he knelt to talk to Lila melted something in her chest. They chatted for a few minutes, and Daniel learned about the school's financial struggles. He listened carefully, asking questions not as a businessman, but as someone who cared. "Would you let me visit the school?" he finally asked. "I'd like to see how I can help." Ella blinked. "You'd really do that?" He nodded. "You helped me slow down that day. Maybe it's my turn to return the favor." The next week, Daniel visited the school. The children adored him instantly, especially Lila, who proudly introduced him as the car-fixing man. He spent hours touring classrooms, asking teachers about what they needed most. By the end of the day, he had made a decision. Hart Industries would fund the entire school renovation. When the news broke, Ella could hardly believe it. She found Daniel outside the classroom, sleeves rolled up again, helping repaint an old bench with the kids. "Why are you doing this?" she asked quietly. He looked at her, eyes soft. "Because someone reminded me what real purpose looks like. You care more about these children than anyone I've ever met. I just wanted to be part of that." Her throat tightened. "You already did enough, Daniel. You didn't have to." "I wanted to," he interrupted gently. "And besides," he glanced at Lila, who was painting stars on the bench. "She said I'm her superhero. I can't let her down, can I?" Ella laughed through tears. For the first time in years, she felt seen. Weeks turned into months. Daniel kept visiting, helping, laughing, staying late after classes to fix things around the school. Slowly, his presence became part of their lives. One evening, after a small celebration for the school's reopening, he stood outside with Ella under the glow of the setting sun. "You've done so much for us," she whispered. He smiled. "You and Lila have done more for me. I didn't know what I was missing until that night on the road." Their eyes met, soft, warm, full of things words couldn't hold. Lila's voice broke the quiet. "Mommy," she said, running up to them, holding Daniel's hand. "Can he come to dinner with us? He likes your spaghetti." Daniel laughed. "She's right. Best spaghetti I've ever had." Ella smiled, tears shining in her eyes. "Then I guess it's a date." As they walked toward the car, the same old sedan that started it all, Daniel opened the door for her, his hand brushing hers gently. Lila giggled from the back seat, whispering to her teddy bear, "Told you he's our superhero."